Hi, this is Dave Jewell from Free Run Speed. I'm here to talk about the Nike Terra Kiger 5. Okay, when talking about trail shoes, it's really important to know what kind of trails you run on. I live here in Southern California, so the trails that we run on are usually hard packed because we don't get a ton of rain to soften them up. And it can be single track or it can be on a fire road. There's always going to be rocks, some of them big. Sometimes footing is a little difficult, but it's always going to be on hard pack. In terms of climbing or vertical gain or whatever, we have everything. We can go on a flat trail run, get in 10 to 12 miles and have almost no vertical gain, or we can go same thing 11 to 12 miles and gain 3,000 feet. So we have everything. I've done all kinds of runs in this shoe. Done short fast runs, and I've done all the way up to a 50K. In fact, I did the Ridgecrest 50K 2 weeks ago wearing this shoe. And I think only once did I feel like, I could use a little bit more shoe. But then that feeling changed because that was like at 40 kilometers. And then that feeling changed and my feet felt fine the rest of the way. Looking around at the start of that 50K, I didn't see another pair of these on the feet of the runners. I saw mostly Hoka One One or Ultra. And because we started the 50K with a group of runners that it was also running a 30K, there was one guy wearing the Vaporfly 4% from Nike, which kind of surprised me, but then didn't surprise me. In my work that I do for the running shoe brands, I will say I saw 2 people at the New York City Marathon in this shoe, which is kind of odd because that's a hard pavement road marathon. But I think I know why. I can explain. Now let's get to some general specifics of the shoe. On the men's side, 27 millimeters in the heel, 23 millimeters in the forefoot, giving you a 4 millimeter heel to toe offset. Men's is 9.6 ounces or 264 grams in a men's size 9. On the women's side, overall, the shoe is slightly lower, so you have a 24 millimeter midsole in the heel and a 20 millimeter midsole in the forefoot. So still 4 millimeter heel to toe offset, but the overall shoe is slightly lower. In a women's size 8, it is 7.6 ounces or 215 grams. New to the Terra Kiger 5 is React foam, which has been used on the Epic React, it's used on the Pegasus Turbo, and used on the Zoom Fly. And I think that's the reason why I saw it in New York City Marathon, because the React foam is very soft, very responsive, and even in this shoe, when you're running on the road, it actually feels okay. For the trail, there is a protective plate in the forefoot, so that when you hit rocks, like I did in the 50K often, it doesn't really affect your running. Super grippy outer sole. Works on a lot of different surfaces. The 50K was done on sand. I've run on wood chips. And again, the hard pack, rocky terrain that we have in Southern California, and it worked pretty well. Didn't feel any time going up or down that I was in danger of sliding out. So I think that's good. Kiger also has this nice toe bumper that you can see right here, and it works. Again, we have big rocks. It's common that your foot lands before the rock and you drag it over the top of the rock. Toe protector helps a lot. Those things, the toe protector, the rock protector, the grippy outer sole, and the React foam make this shoe super dynamic, super fun to run in. There is some, even though there is a plate in it, there is some really good flexibility in it, so that again makes it very fun to run in. But there are some things that I don't really like. The first thing is the overall lacing system. One, it's a modified tongue and sleeve, which is fine. I think that's all good. Should be for a trail shoe anyway. It keeps debris out. So I think that's good. But Nike is so innovative in how they do uppers and lacing systems with fly wire and very unique fly knit uppers. It just seems like they could have been put a little bit more detail in how this shoe laces up and how the tongue sits in when it laces up. I had to stop and adjust the tongue a couple times during the 50K. I've had to do that on other runs. And I just don't think in a $130 trail shoe I should have to stop and adjust. One other caution that I have. It's probably hard to see, but I've put a hole into the upper right here. That's really odd for me. I never wear the upper out. I never put holes in the uppers of shoes. So the fact that I've got a hole in this sends up a red flag saying either the upper isn't super durable to rocks and sticks and all that, or it's bending in the wrong place. And there's a unique bend to it that's causing that upper to create a hole. One final aspect that I really like about the shoe, I'm very critical of it, and I think more runners are like me than not like me, but this heel fit, spot on. Nike did a great job of creating a really secure heel fit. And the way you can figure out if the shoe really fits your heel is put it on, do not tie the laces, and go for a run. You should be able to run in the shoe without it slipping off your foot. If you can't do that, it's probably not the right heel fit. The Nike Terra Kiger 5. $130. You can probably find it somewhere for cheaper than $130 by this point. It's not new to the market right now. I'm really surprised that I didn't see more pairs in the Ridgecrest 50K that I did. It's a super dynamic shoe. Feels really good, specifically on hard pack, rocks, sticks, and of course, obviously, in the New York City Marathon. I think Nike is doing a really good job on their trail shoes. There's a lot of trail shoes out there on the market. With the React foam, Nike has done a really good job of differentiating itself from everyone else. What's your favorite trail shoe? Do you have one that you're using right now that you like? Have you tried the Terra Kiger 5? Have you tried the Wild Horse? What's your favorite trail shoe and why? Is it the terrain that you run on? Is it the fact that you just have road shoes that match up to that? Why is your trail shoe your favorite trail shoe? Love to hear from you. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great run. Have a great December.